And now, everybody, I would love to introduce Mayor Daniella Levine Cava, who is the first woman ever to be mayor in Miami-Dade County, everyone. That is so big and important. And as part of this too, she is, yes, a big round of applause for that, absolutely. And as part of this too, everyone, she has devoted her life as a civic leader, as an advocate, as just somebody that has always championed families and continues to look out for the best interest of Miami-Dade County in every single aspect. Back many years ago, when we first started envisioning how we could transform Miami-Dade County through parks, she was right there with us in the development of the Parks Master Plan. And we have a quote by her when I remember first meeting her way back in the day. So please help me welcome Mayor Daniella Levine Cava, a true park champion and my friend. Please give her a big round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Maria. Thank you, Patty. It's great to be with these powerful, awesome, inspiring women. That's how I get to do what I want, aspire to do, which is working with wonderful people. Not only women, but hey, women, we've really got it going, right? So thank you for that wonderful introduction. And I'm so pleased to be with these young people. And I am a huge fan of the Fit to Learn, Fit to Lead program. And I had many interns in my office as a county commissioner. And we should talk about having some in my office as mayor too. Let's not forget me. Just because I'm mayor, don't forget about me. So let me just say a few basic things about being mayor. You all live in Miami-Dade County. You might live in different parts of the county. Maybe you all live near Arcola Lakes, I'm not sure. But we are a very large county. We are bigger than many states. We have more people than Wyoming, I don't know, a couple of other states out there. So we have almost 3 million people that live here in Miami-Dade County. So that is a very big job. Also, our budget is impossible to imagine. It's $9 billion. $9 billion. Like it's a number that just doesn't even make sense. And it includes the airport and the seaport, the parks, the libraries, the public health system, transportation, the environment, many important things. Now, I was a county commissioner before I became mayor. I was sworn in as mayor in November, so just 4.5 months ago, not that long. I'm a new mayor. But before that, for 6 years, I was a county commissioner, and my district was in South Dade. So it included Homestead, Palmetto Bay, Cutler Bay, Redland, parts of Kendall. I don't know if you know those parts, but that's what I represented as a county commissioner. But I wasn't always a politician. So I really am a late bloomer. So don't be a late bloomer like me. I waited till I was age 59 to ever run for office. So I spent the most of my life as a social worker, also as a lawyer, and I was working every day to support children and families to have a better life, more opportunities. That was my social worker at heart. And this is the time I think we really need a social worker in office, because these are really tough times. How many of you agree with me that these are really tough times? Right? We've had to be home. A lot of people lost their jobs. They had to close their businesses. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of hardship. So this is a really good time for a social worker to be the mayor. But let me say this, you don't have to be a mayor and you don't have to be a social worker to help people and change people's lives. How many of you agree? Uh-oh, low battery. Okay, raise your hand if you think you can help change people's lives, no matter what profession you have. All right, come on hands. All right. If you're in Fit to Learn and Fit to Lead, you could change people's lives. That's one way. So all of us have an opportunity. By the way, if we get disconnected, I'll call back on my phone. My iPad is running out of battery here. So I want to tell you, there's an expression called pay it forward. Have any of you heard of that? Paying it forward? Can anybody give me an idea what that means, to pay it forward? Anybody want to volunteer? Do I see any hands? They're shy. Well, let me put it to you this way. Some people think that you only do things if you get something out of it. Like you only are nice to people if they're going to do something for you in return. That's the opposite of paying it forward. Paying it forward is when you don't worry about whether you're going to get something for it. You just do it to put it out there to help somebody, and one day it'll come back to you. How many of you agree with that? That paying it forward is a good approach to life? All right, that's worked for me in my life. I didn't do things for people so that they would do something for me. But in the end, if I do things for people, it makes the world a better place. And that makes it better for me too. So that's called paying it forward. So all of you have the power, each and every one of you, every single day has the power to pay it forward and change the world. So I want to encourage you to go home tonight and think about ways that you could do that. Think of something you're really passionate about. Are you passionate about animals? Are you passionate about children? Biking, gardening, whatever it is that you really care about. Your grandparents. Think about something you really care about and think about what you could do in your life to pay it forward for something that you really care about. So that's my little introduction. And that's how I am as mayor. And I hope you will take that lesson home with you today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Madam Mayor. Now, I know these kids are super excited to see you, and they've been preparing some questions and practicing best delivery. So we will start with our very first participant this afternoon, Dakota Mulgrave. And she's coming up with the first question. Come on up and meet Mayor Levine Cava.
Hi. My name is Dakota, and my question is, when did you know you wanted to be mayor?
Well, thank you so much for that great question. And let me tell you that I didn't know until about 2 years ago. So actually, yesterday was the day 2 years ago that I never planned to be a politician. That was not my life's goal. I wanted to be a social worker, I wanted to be a lawyer, I wanted to help people. But there were so many important things happening in the community, and I was really worried that they wouldn't be taken care of. I didn't really think that other people would pay attention to the things that I thought were important the way I would. So I felt that I had a responsibility to run to be mayor, to take care of those things, because I could run to be mayor. I had the time, I had the means, I had the support to run and be mayor. So I thought I had a duty to do it.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next question comes from our poet, Natalia Daniels.
Great.
Hello again.
Hi.
But that's what made you keep pushing?
Well, interesting, since you're the poet here, you have to get your inspiration, and you can get your inspiration from many places. And poetry is a great way because it kind of cuts through all the nonsense and gets to the things that are really important and messages that motivate. So, yeah, a lot of people thought it was crazy for me to run to be mayor, for example. They even thought it was crazy for me to run to be a commissioner before that, 6 years before, because there's a lot of what they call, politics, where things kind of are assumed a certain way. So, for example, people thought that I wouldn't be able to beat the person who was in office as county commissioner because she because she, my predecessor, was already in office. She had a lot of support, and I was just a nobody. I was just a newcomer. So people didn't think that I had the capacity to beat her. But I wasn't deterred. I knew that I could do a good job, and that I would do things that she would never do, things that I cared about that she didn't care about. And same when I ran for mayor. And especially, I have to say, a lot of guys thought, not so much. They didn't think a woman would run and win for mayor. But it didn't bother me because I believed that I had something important to do. And I believe that if I worked hard, as I always do, and got to meet lots of people and show them what I could do, that I could get there.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mayor. Kanaya Sullivan comes on up to the camera with the next question. Kanaya. Hi.
Hi.
My name is Kanai Sadet, and my question is,
Could you speak a little bit louder?
my name is Kanaya Sullivan, and I have a question. What's your favorite part about being mayor?
Is that what's my favorite thing about being mayor?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Well, there's so many things about being mayor that I really like. But my favorite thing, I think, is meeting people and learning what matters to them. And like today, talking to you, it's a great joy to talk to young people who are just thinking about government for the first time, maybe, and having a chance to hear what's on your minds, and to let you know that government is here really to help and to listen. And that's what I believe, and that's what I try to show. And so that's my favorite part. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Our next participant with a question is Melanie Davis. Got to step up on a box there. There she is.
Me too. I'm very short. I always stand up on a box.
My name is Melanie Davis, and my question is, do you play sports?
Well, look what's behind me. See there? That beautiful water. So I like water sports. I like to sailboats. I like to swim. I like to canoe and raft. So what I really like are water sports. I also like to run, but I don't run as much as I used to. I like to bike ride, but I really never did much in way of team sports, which I think is a shame. But soccer, actually, I like to play soccer. Go ahead. You go ahead. Sorry.
What about the surfing one? The
Surfing. Well, I have tried to surf. It's very hard, but I like to boogie board. I like to catch a wave and ride it, but not stand up.
Well, I play a lot of sports. Yes. I like tug of war because I can go in the.
Excellent. That's great.
Awesome, Melanie. Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, Melanie.
All right, Kermari Gaines has question number 5. Where's Kermari?
There he is.
He doesn't need a
All
box.
right. No.
Hello, my name is Kimari Gaines, and my question is, did you go to any summer camps growing up?
Thank you, Kamari. Yes, I did go to like day camps. I only once went a sleepaway camp for 2 weeks. I missed my parents. I didn't really love going to sleepaway camp. But I did go to some different day camps, mostly we lived near a lake when I was growing up. And I went to a swim camp sometimes to learn how to swim better. But I didn't do a lot of camp. We mostly played in the neighborhood. I grew up in an area when I was younger that was in the country, and we just rode our bikes and went around. We picked berries. We did different things. So I didn't do much camp. Thanks for asking.
Thank you so much. And now we have, I think the person, Araya area. I still have the former name of the other person who was going to answer the question that could not come today. Is it Area?
Yes.
Hi,
Hi.
how are ya?
Good.
What's your question for Mayor Levine Cava today?
My name is Aria Wilson, and my question is, what high school and college did you go to?
Thank you, Aria. Well, I grew up a lot of different places. I lived a lot of places around the world, actually. I lived in South America, I lived in Canada, but I went to high school in Brooklyn, New York. And the high school was called Midwood, which interestingly enough, my dad had gone to years and years before, and we moved away, and then we moved back. Then and Woody, anyway, never mind. Woody Allen, the actor, also went to that high school, one of the famous graduates. So I went to college at Yale University. It's in Connecticut. And I got a degree in psychology. And then I got a graduate degree, got 2 graduate degrees in law and in social work from Columbia University in New York.
Awesome. Thank you, Mayor. And now we have Josiah Daniels up next.
There he is.
Hi.
Hi, Josiah.
Hi.
Hi. Something about a chapter in my book.
What?
Josiah, are you good there? You want me to help you out? Okay, so Josiah was coming up to actually ask a surprise question. He would like to know what your favorite park is in Miami-Dade County. Yeah.
Oh, whoa,
And-
that is a surprise question.
And what do parks mean to you as well?
Thank you, Josiah. We have so many wonderful parks. That's a really hard question. But I was commissioner for District 8, and I got to know the parks in my district very well. And I have 2 parks that I especially love in my district. That is the Deering Estate, which is very beautiful, has a historical house on it with history inside and art. And then it's on the water, beautiful waterscape. And then it has a lot of woods and preservation areas. So it's very, very special. And there are festivals there and concerts, weddings, all kinds of things, even ghosts.
This is true.
And then the other favorite park is called the Fruit and Spice Park. And if you haven't been, I hope you will get a chance to go to both these parks. The Fruit and Spice Park has lots of plants that produce fruits and spices and that are tropical. And it's a botanical gardens that actually showcases things that you wouldn't otherwise find and teaches you about these rare and unusual plants. And especially when you go, part of the reason I love it is you get to taste everything. Whatever is in season, you can taste.
Both of those are beautiful properties, so gorgeous and such beautiful parks. Now, to the follow-up question was, what do parks mean to you? Oh, I think we,
Beauty and
I think,
I'm going to take my,
let's
yes.
see if we get her
So
audio.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So parks are places of beauty and reflection and solitude and peace, but they're also places to run around and have fun and be together. And I like parks because they kind of put us out everyday lives and put our troubles behind. But also I love parks because they're a place that everybody can share, no matter where you live, where you grew up, what's your income. People of all different sorts can be together and together appreciate and enjoy time in a park.
Awesome. Thank you, Josiah. And now for our last question, Chloe Hopkins has an interesting one. Chloe? Hi.
My question
Hi.
is, if you're writing a book up until this point in your life, what would you call the next chapter and why?
Okay, so thank you. That's a great question too. And I would say, watch out, here I come. And so why would I make that the next chapter? Well, because I have this great opportunity to be the mayor of this wonderful place. And I'm just going to see all the things that we can do together. Just watch out. Here I come to try to make great things happen with all these great people that are part of the team.
So another exciting chapter that we're all in for.
Yep.
All right, with that, we are done for today. Mayor, the kids, as you know, are wrapping up their spring break. Any words of encouragement as they head back to the classroom or
Yes.
online classroom next week?
Well, I'm going to tell you my 3 steps to being civically engaged. So these are important lessons. Number 1, every day, learn something in the news. Learn something real, not something pretend, not just gossip. Something really happening that's important in your community. So find a good way, whether it's on the internet or in a newspaper or on TV, radio, something, learn the news every single day to keep up with what's going on that's important in our world. And then once a week, get out into the community and learn about your community. That's what you're doing today. You actually got a whole week's worth of it. Get out into your community, whether it's go to the park and learn about the trees, or learn about who's participating in a sport, or go volunteer to read to other little children, or do something every week to get out and learn about your community and be part of it. And then once a month, speak up about something that matters to you, whether you call someone or write a letter, whatever it is that you do. Like today, this counts. All right, so you've already done it. You're telling me as the mayor some things that are important to you or things on your mind. That's good. So once a month, find a way to have a voice in your community. So that's my lesson. Your daily, weekly, and monthly dose.
I love it. I took notes myself. Thank you so much, Mayor, for joining us today.
All right.
We really
Mayor,
appreciate
thank you.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you, children. What a pleasure. Good luck back at school. You know, we're almost done with this thing, but not quite. We're not out of the woods, but we're almost there. Tell everybody you know to get the vaccine. That's the only thing that's going to get us back to normal. If they're worried about it, say, look, the mayor, she took the vaccine. We need everyone to get the vaccine. Okay? All right. Bye.
Bye, Mayor. Thank you so much. And thank you,
Thank
Director
you.
Nardi, as well.
Thank
And
you.
thank you,
Patty.
kids. You did a great job, kids. Have a nice weekend, everybody.
Bye, Patty. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
All right, good night, guys.